Alright folks, we're back. We're still taking our first bite out of China here. We're just waiting on this fort to fall, and then we'll fan out and see if we can't siege more of their country. This fort is very determined. We'll go into these folks next. They're allied with Lanzang. So we may... They do have an ally, and so we may need... Diviet is huge. Wow, they've been busy. We may need another... We may need to bring over another army stack before we can go in against Yui. This fort, very determined. It's probably time to send the fleet back. As soon as this fort falls, I'll probably send the fleet back to go get the other stack of troops, because we know we're going to need it. There we go. Let's send the fleet back. Link up with its buddies over here. Well, they do have an army here. It's not insubstantial. Oh. Yeah, they've left. It's fine, we'll bring that fleet in. They didn't like getting engaged. They don't have a large fleet, but enough to cause a problem. Got some rebels, it looks like, back here. We have annexed Maztikalan. Excellent. But like this little tiny army stack, which we will send down here to the other group. One thing I know we do want to do over here is we do want to core, I think, some of these, because they had some gold provinces, didn't they? No, looks like most of them are the ones here already within the state. We already have. We'll just have to remember to come back and lower autonomy there. They have been kind enough to come down here and try to siege the hill fort. Here we go. Alright, let's see where this is. It's way down here, of course, way away from any army that is in position to deal with it. That's fine. It's not worth sending someone down here for this tiny little province. It is a gold province, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. We'll just lower autonomy later. If we can get there and end this army of theirs. Go, another crushing victory onto them. There we go, end of their army. I would split and go in there, but I don't know what the size of this rebel stack they've got here is, and so I don't want to accidentally get stack wiped by rebels, by someone else's rebels, as we're pushing into these regions. Slowly rebuilding. Let's see what our mission here even requires of us. Move them into the next province before I do that. Let's see what our missions require of us. Heavenly Mandate. 15 provinces, Beijing, Nanjing, and Canton. Okay. What I may do is I may fully annex Wu, and then release them. It looks like they have a few other provinces that they could be fed. Ugh. Being separatists. Let's see if we can vassalize them now. They are too big, okay. Interesting, they're so large that I cannot even actually do that. Where's the high development provinces? Hangzhou is one of the ones I believe we have to take, isn't it? No. Canton. Down here, so we're going to have to push south, so we want to make sure we do that. So we're probably going to take that, and they can have these like sugar and whatever paper provinces here, and we'll take the rest. We'll do that. Ming separatists. That is Min. Very small, not very helpful. Alright, we will take that when they are ready to give it. Get that gold province. There we go. Match the troops to the bigger fleet. Now let's sail them over to reinforce us here. Yui has already attacked them, okay. It's good to know. Is what that means. That we're gonna, well, no, we probably won't, because we won't actually fully annex them. We will take yearly inflation reduction guy, we could definitely use that. Since we're not vassalizing them, we won't inherit the war. Decide whether it's worth releasing Min. Eventually. We'd like to release a vassal, so I don't have to core all this land, but there is no vassal up here, other than the Wu one that we already have got. Alright, Hangzhou siege is over. We do not really want to engage that. It's time for the peace deal. We will take the coast. Ooh, like a lot of people don't like that. Okay, let's let's think about that. Let's lower the... We do not want a coalition that big. Interesting that we're taking so much aggressive expansion. I guess it's because Hangzhou... Yeah, Hangzhou is just huge. It's just a really big province. I think what we're going to do... We will probably let go of Hangzhou because we do not want some of these countries to join a coalition. Because if they do, that will be a big problem. Interesting that we're taking so much aggressive expansion. These are just two 19 development provinces that are pretty large. So we will, I guess, just do that. Basically, we don't want Ming to join a coalition, because if Ming joins a coalition, then it's going to make it very hard for us to eat other things over here. So we should... do that. We have taken provinces, we've landed onto the coast. Don't get any reduction in aggressive expansion is part of the problem. I believe we saw that these can be controlled by a non-tributary subject. So I think what we will do is release Min, because they do have some claims over here, and we can probably feed them some of this northern land. So that's what we will do. Let us create a subject. So many subjects that could be released. Min. There we go. We've created Min as a subject. Let's bring the ships into the harbor. There we go. Alright. One of our vassals, I can't even remember. Sure, you're a vassal, we'll say yes. Korea and Lanjiang. Ming is still pretty big. They're struggling, but they have not fully collapsed. Japan is the other one that's tricky. They're allied to the Manchu. They have a tributary in the Ainu. Gonna be a long, long push into here. Let us... that event that gives us tons of points. Trick is always that you, if you like the folks, then you just fire them. Take the one that gives you a ton of points, and then you can rehire the people that you just had. Done. And that was easy. Do not want willpower to roll over. Not too much there. Let's see. We have a mission to develop, I believe. Cusco. They have to be 45 development in Cusco, so we have done that. Excellent. Like another institution has spawned. Printing press. Wow, you ate them completely. Had a pretty good number of troops, so before we could actually declare this war, we probably would have to bring over another one of our army stacks. Let's ship these guys back over here. I don't think I can pull another army stack from here without it jeopardizing. I don't think we can pull another army stack from here without jeopardizing the actual troops that are over here. Now we can lower autonomy in these. And the whatever that province was over here. What we will probably do here is create another stack of infantry right here to reinforce that we will use to bring them over to the New World, or to the New World, to China. Spawn the printing press here. I know these clicks are very high, but it also pushes this up very sharply. One more. There we go. Now we have the printing press. We'll let that go through. Let us go ahead and recruit another 10 infantry. Truce with Portuguese and Mexico is up. Let them finish their wars over here, because then we will gladly take advantage of the fact that they have that. Go. Alright, where to send this colonist? And we'll advance ourselves into this province. Portuguese, Colombian settlers, we do have folks over there in position for that. It looks like our next war is actually going to be against them, so let us move up and into position onto them. We will gladly take advantage of them. Probably don't need this little nation anymore, so let us improve relations with them. Thing we will need if we want to get across the ocean. We're gonna need another stack of heavies so that we can actually contest and potentially start taking some of the Caribbean provinces. Get over there in position. On over, General. I'll go ahead and upgrade so we do not lose innovativeness. Like that war is over, and so now it is time for our war. Hello. Get some cannons into this stack so it's actually equipped. This general no longer needs a general. Just gonna mostly explore and let my vassals do the spread out and siege game. Because we know that the Portuguese army, Portuguese-Mexican army is in here somewhere. We are almost completely up on our limit. Vassals are winding their way around, it looks like. Yeah, it's sticky over here. EU is pretty large now. cheaper military advisor. We'll take you. Oh, I didn't check. I assumed he was of our culture. Guess I should check and see whether there's any... I think we should add Aztec to our culture. But you are still not the right gentleman, so we will just rehire our old guy. So we've got 2 large armies over here, but probably not enough to take them on, so we'll have to bring that 3rd stack that we've been building before we can really engage that. This must be another Portuguese vassal. Ugh. Some of our crazy high gold income's starting to come down as gold mines are depleted. We are going to feed all of this to our vassal, Chichimeca. Oh good, another one's coming down. Alright. Seems like there should be some way to, like, mass transfer, like, all of them and say, like, I don't want this land, give it all to my vassal. Ooh, gold. Portugal themselves. Thank you. They took this land and they annexed it just in time for me to annex it. So, all right. Let's peace out now. I think we've done our work here. There we go. That is a lot of aggressive expansion. I don't think we care because I don't think they're going to actually join a coalition because most of them are dead. Like, or this nation will be gone. Colombia is not really significant. And now we've got a massive Chichimeca like vassal that controls most of northern California. Or most of northern Mexico and Texas. I think the other thing we're going to do now is we're going to set up for a war against Portuguese Colombia by marching this army down to the south. This army is probably going to need to stay up here in order to help police this area, but we will send the other one down to the south. We'll be getting ready for the next stage. Last thing we will do real quick is I'm sure that the inflation has gotten out of control. So we'll use a little bit of this to get our inflation back down to sane levels. But with that, so for the next episode, we're going to get ready for a war again over here in Portuguese Colombia, maybe one down here in Spanish La Plata, and we'll ponder how to crack into the Ming zone going forward. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.